So I'll tell you a story. So we're in the middle of trial, and I'm basically representing a trucking company that, essentially caused the collision. Now, plaintiff's counsel is crossing another defense expert of my co-defendant who really was at fault in terms of setting up the conditions that caused this collision. And while he's crossing that person, I offered to put up the document that he needed to cross this witness. And while while he's questioning him, I realized that there was an entry in that document that allowed us to show that our client only had 2.6 seconds to respond to the conditions on that roadway when the other defendant had 14 years to fix the dangerous conditions on that roadway. So as he's doing his cross, I highlighted and did a call out of that particular calculation that the expert for the other side had done. And the other attorney picked up on it and crossed them on it, which then was a major issue that the jurors picked up on. So I can literally put a document on the screen and put a laser pointer on it and show the jury what's going on without even having a laser pointer in my hand. And the jurors are looking, and all of a sudden it catches their attention that, hey, this guy can put his finger on his iPad and there's a laser pointer on the screen that we can see. We can do call outs if there's a portion of the screen or the document that we want to show the jury. You can call that out, and then you can save that and then put it in a closing argument slide in PowerPoint or Keynote. You can highlight things. So there's so many things that you can do, or you can underline things with a pen that's available there. So when I'm looking at it, if I'm a lawyer who's only using pen and paper and I hand the witness this document and then I'm trying to use Adobe or something like that, it's probably not as effective as if I have that document on the screen. And then once we make the annotations of it, we can actually mark it as an exhibit and put an exhibit tab on it. And I literally can email it to the clerk, and then she can add it in as part of the record. And those are things that blow the minds of the clerks, and the jurors, and allow us to be much more effective in our presentation, because the other people are fumbling with paper and binders while we're doing things on the fly. I mean, I've literally walked into courtrooms with cases that had, 3,000 to 4,000 pages of documents, and the other side is dragging in 8 to 10 boxes, and I have my briefcase on my shoulder, and I walk in with my iPad. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're keeping these jurors hyper-focused on what's important, and keeping the jury as engaged as they would be, scrolling their phones.
Absolutely. I mean, this is something we talked about, offline, and that is, as human beings, think about how many times you pick up your phone during a day. Now, imagine being forced through a jury summons to come to court and sit there, and then you're told to put your phone away. So your brain now is not getting the dopamine hit that you're so used to with all these notifications and texts or whatever. And you're sitting there and your brain is essentially starved of that particular stimulus. Now, the other side comes in and they have butcher paper and they write things on it, which is fine. And then I show up, or another lawyer shows up with the tools that we have available to us. And now the jurors are seeing things that are dynamic, documents that come to life, because I can do call outs, I can do underline, I can cross witnesses in an effective way where they say, no, that's not what the document says. Boom, we put it up on the screen, and in 2 seconds I can show the jury that what this person is saying is not the truth.